Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel here. Again, it's been a while, I understand. International break though, not too much to talk about. But we are a week away now from Barcelona returning to action. I cannot wait, I'm sure you guys cannot wait. It's gonna be a very interesting return for the club. As you could take a look, FC Barcelona has what you could call a tumultuous schedule. There will be 3.5 weeks of club football after the return before the October international break. And it is sadly the reality that Barca has to deal with in the first half of the season. I mean, if the schedule doesn't change, we will have a day on the we'll have a game on the 24th away against Celta. Then travel back to Barcelona for a Champions League game 2 days later. Only 1 day of rest in between those games. Although I do think there is a good chance that one of the two is rescheduled. I think probably move the Celta game to the 23rd. Hopefully there's not 1 day's rest between those games, because Barca needs to be at their peak powers physically in order to survive the schedule and in order to try to win any trophies. Because as I've said, this team is going to have to beat out Real Madrid to any trophy that it's going to win. It has to be at its peak. And in today's football world with so many matches, that is another reason why a manager like Hansi Flick is so valuable to get those players in peak physical condition. And again, in the 3.5 weeks that we will be seeing, 3, maybe 4 weeks, give or take, that we will be seeing Barcelona play between the international breaks. There will be 7 matches. Let me take you through them. Start with the return on Sunday, 10:15 Eastern Time. We travel a couple hours down the road to play Girona. And, well, Girona obviously aren't the same team that they were last season. They still 2 wins and a draw in their first 4 matches, and they still look pretty decent. They're going to have to contend with Champions League football. They've lost a lot of key players. They've lost guys like Savio and players like that. Alex Garcia, probably a lot more who I'm forgetting, but still seeing some of the new players like a Brian Hill, Arnaud Danjuma, Abel Ruiz. They are filling in the gaps. So that is going to be still a very interesting game. I don't know if we've inserted a fear clause in Romeu's loan or not. If we don't, we're going to have to contend with him as well. And even in the 22-23 season, the year before Girona became the monster that they were still a really tough team to play against both times we played them. So that's always going to be a tough game. Then, midweek, we travel to the south coast and we play Monaco, a team who in preseason beat us 3-0 but we wouldn't know it then, but it would be Ilkay Gundogan's final match with Barcelona. And again, this is a game that I'm looking at as a potential for a revenge match for Monaco, embarrassing us on our own turf right at the start of the season. But after that Girona match, who knows? We touch wood, we haven't had any serious injuries yet. Fermin is going to be out for a little bit, which hurts, but we at least should have De Jong and Fati back by then. Olmo picked up a knock, but he should be fine for the Girona game. He left Spain camp though, back to Barcelona to try to get fit for that. which, I mean, Luis de la Fuente is a different issue in himself. I might end up making a video about him at some point down the road, but I'm on a tangent here. We've already got quite a difficult couple of games, but then it's Villarreal. And, yeah, again, Villarreal, 2 wins, 2 draws in their first 4 matches. Monaco, let me check them, they have 2 wins and a draw in their first 3 matches. So, between the first 3 teams that we're facing back from our national break, in 11 league games, they have 1 loss between them. So 3 very, very tough teams to face. It is another away match at the Ceramica, which I don't know where La Liga got that from. That's 3 away matches in a row, traveling to Girona, then Monaco, then to the small village Villarreal. It's gonna be tough, and it's not like you're seeing 2 home games in a row right at in any stretch here before the next international break. No, you're seeing a load of away games. It is absolutely crazy. Then you have Getafe. Again, yes, they're 16th. 3 draws, 3 matches, 2 0-0 draws, 1-1 draws. It's been a very slow start to the season for them, but still, I mean, Getafe's Getafe. It's the home game against Getafe, but it's still Getafe. They are always a tough team to face, no matter who they have. It's always weird. They're like a Rayo Vallecano for us, and it's another difficult game, and that's midweek. The week we don't have Champions League midweek, we have a league match midweek. Then we will see Osasuna away, of course. This should be the easiest match so far, but still 2 wins and a draw in their first 4 matches. Jeez, I'm wondering when we're gonna see the easier teams, because it's like all the teams that we're facing are gonna be tough teams. But I digress. Osasuna again should be an easy match, but up to that point we will have played 10 matches in 10, or 4 matches in the 10 days, with 3 days rest before that match. And I know not all of them are going to be rest. A lot of it's going to be training as well. So, it's again here, like, Barca's just, yeah, it's just crazy. But then, midweek after that, we will see Barcelona host Young Boys for their home opener in the Champions League group stage, or league phase, or whatever they call it now. Which, again, should be a winnable game, but after so many games in the previous 2.5-3 weeks, who knows? Who knows if that's even going to be winnable or not. At that point, Young Boys, believe it or not, only 2.5 weeks since that game against Girona. Only 2.5 weeks since that game against Girona. I mean, what's going on here? Then, again, we have a few days rest before our last game, before October's international break, away against Alaves. And of course, it's an away game. It's another back-to-back away matches in the league. We start with back-to-back away matches in the league, away against Girona, then away against Villarreal. Then we have 1 home game against Getafe, then it's away to Osasuna, and away to Alaves. I don't know how that's possible. We have 1 home match in 5 league games. The 5 league games that we play after the international break. We have 1 home. 1 of them are at home. And then we have the 2 Champions League matches. Only 1 of them are at home as well. So of the 7 matches we're going to play, a grand total of 2 are at home. A grand total of 2 are at home. Although, to be fair, after the international break, we will then see 3 of the next 4 matches at home. The only problem is, of those 4 games, we have home against Sevilla, home against Bayern, away against Madrid, and then home against Espanyol. None of those 4 matches are easy. None of those 4 matches are going to be easy on us. And then, as expected, followed by 3 away matches. So yeah, I don't know when Barcelona are going to make up all these home games. But yeah, play 7 matches in 3.5 weeks. Only 2 of them are at home. None of them again. Only like 1 or 2. Most of them are against really tough to beat opposition. They aren't world beaters, but they're still not easy. But still, I'm just glad that it's not that we're not looking at the next international break right now. Although who knows? Maybe I will be. Maybe I would hope that we have this sort of squad depth for the games we have after the next international break, because who knows how many injuries these guys are going to get. Hansi Flick pushing these guys to their physical limits in training, plus all of these games, then plus all of our Spanish guys, all of our Spanish players are being pushed to their limits by Luis de la Fuente and various other international coaches for the other players of ours who are playing internationally. I'm still holding out for some hope that we don't get a serious multi-month injury of a player during an international break. The worst we've seen is Furman and a couple of knocks. Touch wood again, but I mean, there's going to be three international breaks. It's just the first of 3 international breaks in the first half of the season. And we always get these injuries during international break. I just hope that that we don't get any more injuries, and it ends up that our squad does end up having more depth after the international break than it had before it. Yeah, preview those 7 games in 3 weeks. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's just weird. That's just, wow. I don't even know. That's, yeah. Anyway, that's all from me for today. If we don't get any more big Barcelona news, then I will be back for you on the 13th for the preview of the Girona game. I know that game's on the 15th. And you know what? I'll be releasing the video on the 14th. I'll be filming it on the 13th, so I'll have 0 time during the 14th to make a video. For a few reasons that I'll talk about in that video. But yeah, for now, guys, I'm Alex, and I will be seeing you, I guess, in a few days.